What was the toughest part for you about playing the role? Was there one particularly difficult scene or moment?
Not like I can't think of a specific moment, but having worked on a movie with him, the director, does things a lot, which I loved. Occasionally I felt frustrated because I thought, we would do let's say 50 takes of a shot, and I felt 48 of them were just terrible and mortifying, and so I felt bad because I felt like I did a lot of bad stuff at the end of the day, but you also felt like you did 2 that maybe you wouldn't have done had you not been given 50 opportunities.
To say that 48 takes were bad and 2 were good, it's kind of hard. Are you always that hard on yourself?
Yeah, I usually keep, I've been in 2 movies. I'm embarrassed to say this in this room, but
but I'm going to ask the other people.
I usually keep
Fincher would do 50 takes regularly on each.
Who's the director?
David Fincher.
Yeah.
You don't want to work with him.
No. It's an incredible experience.
But are you always that critical of yourself?
Yeah, usually more so. I did a movie 2 years ago. I kept what's that?
No, go ahead.
I did a movie 2 years ago, and I kept.
Which one?
It was called Adventureland, and I kept a notebook of the takes that I liked. I gave them to the script supervisor, who keeps track of that, and the director, who I was he was very, he was upset, of course, because that's not my job to do. And so, but I was so mortified by by what I was doing, and felt that there was only. So I would, after each scene, I would say that I was only good in this third one, only for this line though. So please cut out the rest of the.
Everyone's
lines.
not exactly because you identify with this, or you're totally different. Mark, what about you?
I have no idea.
You that hard on yourself too?
Well, I'm older now. You can't be that hard on yourself for that long, otherwise you just disappear and just grind yourself down. Now I just try to. I reserve judgment for my wife.
And is she hard on you?
Not as hard as me, but hard enough to keep me.
Robert, I'm curious because you work with so many directors, and you seem shocked that the director would do that many takes.
Let me say, can I say one thing? Please. To me, the great Stanley Kubrick was an actor's enemy.
Well, he did 100 takes.
He was an actor's enemy. And I can point to movies that he's done, the worst performances I've ever seen in movies.
Which
and
ones?
Yet, The Shining, what's the one about The Clockwork Orange? Terrible performances. Maybe it was great movies, but they're terrible performances. How does he know the difference between the first take and the 70th take? What is that about?
Well,
even Brando did 40 takes, 60 takes on that. I said, why would you do that? He said, well, the guy's supposed to do it.
Brando did on which film?
Yeah,
The Fugitive Kind, right?
The burning. Why would why would anybody do that? Commercials you do that, but maybe it helped you. I don't know.
At what point do you say no?
Judgmental. Maybe it was good for you, but I don't quite get that.